Moving a bit into your domain and let's say stock markets and whatnot, I sometimes claim that you can fear the singularity. You can fear, that at some point we will have an human level intelligence that potentially we will lose control over. But I would claim that even narrow intelligence can be sometimes more dangerous. And I'm thinking about the stock market now. And I'm thinking, imagine that it was some kind of system, algorithm that someone invents that simply outperforms everything. Wouldn't that cause another crash potentially, you would think?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there are quite some good books about sort of the flash crashes that have been created by algorithms gone rogue. When I was at the hedge fund, there was this incident where the stock market absolutely crashed for like a half a day or something. It was just, and you could tell that something was wrong. And then, of course, we don't know what actually happened. But there's a rumor in the market that it was a person in one of the big banks that was sitting and testing a system and didn't realize that they were actually in production.
Oh, really?
So they suddenly dumped like $1 billion stock in some company, and that had a large impact on that stock. And then you had all the
Ripple
execution
effects.
algorithms and the stop losses and
high
everything.
frequency trading.
They went crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? I at least is more scared about that type of effect of AI sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, if you have a big economical impact, that is huge for our society, especially in these corona days, we can see, and we'll probably see more in the coming years, what the impact really will be. But how do you fix that? Or can you please tell us now, Sala? How do you avoid another stock market crash?
Yeah, don't test in production.
Step one, don't test in production.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting phenomenon that the stock market is quite sort of dislocated from the primary market. I mean, the primary market is where you sort of sell your stock and then it goes into the stock market and people start buying and selling it. And it's like the stock market has become this, it's a little bit like gambling almost for some people.
I think it's a lot like gambling. But
yeah. And I read somewhere somebody was recommending that never invest in things that you don't understand. And that's probably like, I don't know. I tell my mom that, even though I'm not allowed to, but she's my mom. So yeah, and I think like if you don't understand the mechanics of the stock market, and if it's money that's important to you, maybe speak to your bank person and get advice on what to do instead. I think currently the stock market has been rising so much the last years that it gives a sense of security that you shouldn't have. Because you have all of these algorithms, you have all the governmental decisions that can come kind of overnight that will sort of limit some stocks. And I mean, if you look at Australia, this is my favorite example because it comes to sustainability. The Australian government decided to ban coal. And that had a big impact on all the companies that were holding coal. And from a sustainability viewpoint, it's perfect because now you have an example of why sustainability is an important factor in investments as well. Yes. So more sustainability, less algorithmic trading, maybe.
Or more sustainable stock market rules. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's the same with the regulations in all parts, that it's technology that moves very fast, and then the regulators are kind of running to keep up.